Hey, my fellow carnivorians. Well, tonight for dinner, today is day 63. We still have what's left over the ribeye, this piece of butter on top. And this is what's left over for the rest of the chopped meat block that we had. We have ketchup that is safe to have on the diet. It's got a very small carb count on it, so because we're having it in a small moderation, it's not going to cause any issues. And the cheese on it is as well as grass-fed, so that's good. Sometimes you got to add a little extra to your meals, especially just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. Kind of spruce it, change it up a little bit. As long as you stay within a certain limit of certain items, you will not have any issues. Oh yeah. Now, what makes this ketchup safe? Well, the tomatoes that were used were not steamed and were not chemically peeled. They were mashed, so they taste more like tomatoes versus tasting like some weird acidic drink. That is good. Now, you can make your own ketchup at home by basically using like just regular tomatoes, and just mash them, mash them. I don't know what the hell happened there. The overpowering flavor screwed up my brain. And then you could take like lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemons. Little things like that to kind of supplement different things that would have, I guess, been in it. Or you could just do pure tomatoes. Basically, tomato puree. And that could be your alternate ketchup. Food for thought, right? It's just so nice. Got a nice little pink on the inside. It's hard to see it. I got a new light coming, so maybe I'll see me better, I guess. So, today is not just another day of me eating and talking, but today is the weigh-in day. What, can I get our weights, please?
Yep.
I always forget to ask.
You lost 5 pounds.
Okay.
I lost 7.
Wow. So, this morning was weigh-in day. You wake up, and you weigh yourself. So, from last Monday to this Monday, I lost 5 pounds. My mother lost 7. Nothing has changed. I did notice, though. I think it was Saturday. I think it was around Saturday. I went for my walk around the property. And it was Saturday. It got a little chilly. It was in the afternoon. I put one of my sweatshirts on. That's how I couldn't fit in a couple months back. And I had plenty of room. And I looked down and I go, wow, I think I've lost a lot of weight. Not a lot, but I felt like I lost weight. Today was the day that proved it. Now, of course, I went to the bathroom a couple times. Number 2. After my weigh-in. So, removing of certain matter will also help you lose weight. It's that numbers game that I talk about. Now, last night, Saturday night, with the turtle tank situation, I was up till about 4 in the morning. Went to sleep, woke up around 7. So, I really did not have that much good sleep this weekend. And then I stayed awake all day and on Sunday. On Sunday I went to sleep, I think sometime around like 10 o'clock-ish. Or I should say went to bed. Because a lot of times when I go to my bedroom, I don't really go to sleep right away. I'm up on my phone. I'm either looking at something, watching videos, get distracted by movie trailers and stuff. So I don't always 100% go to sleep directly. Which is good and bad all at the same time. Well, I wouldn't say good, but it's bad. So when I woke up this morning, I was really tired. And I went to work and did my job and yawned periodically throughout the day. But I still had the energy to do my job. And before this diet, I would not have had the energy. And I was doing less than what I do now. Now it's like a little bit more demanding at times. But, yeah, it's freaking good. Tell you, the secret to reheating meat is just like a slice of butter on top and then just let it heat up. Once that butter melts, you're good. Just pull it out. Now, I hate to say it, but I could already tell you right now I'm not going to finish this. Because I'm already getting full just from starting with that burger. And that's the only thing I've had all day long. I've had 2 cups of coffee. I've had 1.5 bottles of water. A lot less water than I should be drinking, quote unquote. But I wasn't thirsty enough to keep drinking constant water. So I'm trying to retrain myself to drink less water, because also you get water weight, and that's not good. You know, you start drinking a lot of water, and now you have water weight. So it's like, ugh. And a lot of reasons why people gain a lot of weight in the winter is actually from the most oddball things. It's not from alcohol. It's not from drinking. It's not from eating more. It's not because of the fatty foods or the high carbohydrated foods. Because in the winter time, you know, a lot of people start celebrating Christmas, you know, theoretically, after Halloween. Like November and December become like, you know, November becomes like pre-Christmas, you know, so people aren't really doing too much. You know, in November you'll have a turkey, and then in Christmas time you'll have a ham. But you're not really eating this like massive amount of food. You eat more food in the summertime. Well, the big factor that I believe, and the reason why I believe it, is because even before I started this diet, I used to run into this all the time. So in the summertime, people will have a tendency to lose more weight in the summer than in the winter months. And they'll be eating less in the winter, but eating more in the summer because, you know, in the summer you have all these different things such as cookouts. So you could have a cookout where everybody's having hot dogs, burgers, and steaks, and pasta dishes, and you'll eat all summer long, but yet you don't really gain that much weight. Oh, but I'm watching my figure. That's not what's going on. What's going on is your liquid consumption. So in the summer, if it's hot outside and I'm working, I will easily kill 10 to 15 bottles of water per day. Because I'm sweating it out. Well, I'm also more active. So I'm not only sweating it out from the activity, but also I'm burning off calories and fat and carbohydrates. Well, as winter comes around, there's less thing to do. A lot of people aren't outside. They're too cold. They're more inside their house. And because you're used to drinking that constant bottles of water, you're still doing it. And as you sit there Like, let's say for me this weekend, if the weather channel is true, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday it's going to rain. It sucks. So, my plan is, whatever things I can get done inside the house Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do. But what happens now is that if I sit there and drink water, like I was all summer long, I'm going to gain water weight. And it's going to take a while for that water weight to go away. So, biggest key is try not to drink a lot of water. And there's a lot of tricks to that. One is how you cook your food. Salt is not what I'm going to be getting at, because there's a way to combat the salt issue. So, if you look at this piece of meat, see that right there? That's a mix of water and fat, liquid. As I consume the meat in my mouth, there's water and liquid coming out of it. That helps with dealing with my hydration level. Now, of course, there is salt. When you have too much salt, you start getting dehydrated. So you have to have that equilibrium. So once I start getting thirsty, which I'm getting to now, I'm not going to take a big bottle of water and down it. I have this much water left. And that's a nice enough swig. Now the other thing that people got to realize too, and this is also very true, and I'm not telling you to stop drinking water just to help you lose weight. You got to realize too is that as you consume the food, you need the water too to help lubricate your esophagus, to help get the food down to your stomach. As the food goes down the hole after you swallow, it can kind of get bundled up in there. So you want to drink like water to help go down. Very, very good thing to do. So you're like, wait a minute, how am I supposed to do all these little different factors, but yet some of them intersect and contradict each other? It's just basically you're finding that sweet spot with what you're doing. Actually, I think I might be able to polish this off tonight, because the water is going to help me digest it, or it's going to help it go down better. But here's the other issue with water. And it's not with water, it's with all liquids in general. So if you're eating a meal like this, so I got this left to pick off the bone, and I have this that I cut off of it. So I'm going to finish this tonight. The easiest way for me to finish the rest of this tonight so that I don't have any more of it tomorrow, and then tomorrow we're going to have the elk that I smoked. The way that I'm going to polish this off tonight is by holding out on drinking water. Because if I'm eating something of anything, doesn't matter what it is, and I'm sitting here drinking a bunch of water, well, now the water is going to be sitting in my stomach with all the food. So I'm getting full on just the water. So my body gets tricked into thinking I'm actually full of food when I'm actually full of basically sometimes more water than food. So then what happens? Well, 9, 10 o'clock rolls around at night. Actually, it's 8 o'clock at night. But let's say 10, 11 o'clock rolls around, and let's say I'm still up. All of a sudden, I start getting hungry again. Well, I'm getting hungry again because I had a nice layer of fat on it. My stomach was realizing, okay, let's think of it as like a separation. So my stomach goes, okay, this is the water, processes it, removes it. This is the food. And there's really not a lot of food in here. So it's like, well, you're going to need more food. You're going to need more energy. So I need more. A little green light goes off in your head, and your brain goes, okay, your stomach is requesting more food. So you put Out of 100%, you put 80% water in your body and 20% food. Now you're hungry. And then you go, I'll drink some water. I would do that periodically throughout the day. The water, when I get a little hungry, I fight it. When I get thirsty, I drink. Because I don't want my body to get used to, if I got hungry, I drink some water. And also, that's bad too, because it pushes your stomach down. Sorry, it pushes your hunger further back, but also amplifies it. So every time I add water, and I get full, the next time I get hungry, I'm even hungrier than the last time. And it just amplifies to the point where you're like, your stomach is growling, you're in pain, and you just want to, you just start looking around at all the places that are around you. You're like, I'm just going to grab a burger, I don't care what's in it, and just shove it in my mouth, and then regret it. So, the best thing to do is just kind of mind over matter. You push the hunger off to the side. And if you need to, take a sip of water. It's not going to kill you. It's just going to amplify your hunger. Then when you finally get a chance to go home, that's when you make your meal. And as I still eat this, I still have the hunger. Because I was hungry for basically the middle of my day until I left. And it just kept coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Now, another good factor with eating the fat is it helps you downstairs. So the oils and the fat, as it's getting processed in your stomach, remember your stomach is separating the meat from the water, now separating the meat and the fat. The fat renders down into a liquid. That liquid hits your intestines. Well, that liquid wants out. It doesn't want to hang around. So as that liquid flows through your intestines, it lubricates it and grabs everything that's around it and then starts slowly pushing it closer and closer towards the exit door. You'll get a point where all of a sudden you got this overbearing twinge down there, and you go to the bathroom and you have ass Niagara Falls. That is great. Now you got to keep track in your mind on what leaves your body and go, okay, that was the food I ate. So I know now that the food that I ate has safely migrated out of my body. And that's really it. I know that's a very comical graphic to explain the flow of food in your body, but that is how it happens. I mean, it happens to me every time I go for the fatty food, you know, and I start chowing down on some fat and stuff like that. That's exactly what happens. And it's great because you polish off everything. I'm done. I actually was able to cut off the rest of the meat that was on the bone. And that was that. Oh, so, and I'm a little thirsty right now. I'm going to take a sip of my water. And that's it. So that water's going to go down. I'm going to add to the pushing of it. And if I'm still hungry at all later, I got the elk medallions. But what I'm going to try to do is fight it. Because I don't want to, get to this point like where I eat a lot. Because that's never good for you. Water started going down the wrong hole. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's episode. Today was a nice weigh-in for both of us. So anyway, like I've always said before, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, your family, send it to your sister's ass, send it to your enemy, send it to your mother-in-law. Get on the diet, please. Try it out. Definitely do it. Don't be scared. Don't just watch the videos and go, yeah, whatever. I'm going to see what happens to this guy in a year. He's not going to continue it. I'm going to continue it for the rest of my life. And I still have that bottle of wine that I didn't crack open. So, I have no urge for it. You know, I keep going, oh, maybe I'll have it next Friday. Maybe I'll have it next Friday. Maybe we'll have a glass of Friday after that. Haven't come up with a reason to have it. So, being today was a really cool day. I had no pains at all except for just, you know, minor physical pains and stuff of the job. But other than that, that was it. I'm tired. It's just because of the shitty sleep I had this weekend. But tonight I'm going to go to bed at 10 o'clock like I normally do. It's 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So I get 6 hours of sleep before I go to work. Today was a long day. It was 12 hours, and then I almost took an hour to get home thanks to people who can't drive. So, whatever. It is what it is. That's it. I feel a rumbling in my belly. It's about to come. I'm gonna end this video, guys. Everybody have a great Monday night. Tomorrow's another day. Stay happy. Stay hungry. Get on the carnivore. You're a raptor. You're a T-Rex. You're meant to be eaten. Eat meat. You're not meant to be eaten. Oh, God. Video, I hit stop already. Come on.